Netflix just released a teaser trailer for its long-awaited zombie drama, Resident Evil. And of course, this is an adaptation of the popular console game and movie franchise. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about the Umbrella Corps from Resident Evil, but before we do that, let us thank our sponsors for today. Don't Look at the Demon.
She gets into a trance, paints pictures of this man. She's never met him or seen him.
When I was a kid, I used to see them, talk to them. No one believed me except my sister Sarah.
What is that?
What?
That noise?
There is no evil. There is only ignorance.
When you don't take care of something, it dies.
So if you're an RE fan, are you guys ready to save Raccoon City? Because I sure am. Hey guys, my name is Gwen, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about the Umbrella Corps incident that takes place in Resident Evil and comparing it to the global pandemic that is COVID-19. Before I continue, I just want to state that this is my own research and my own interpretation, so if you want to have a healthy discussion, just leave your comments down below. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So in the game, the Umbrella Corporation was founded in 1968 by Lord Oswell E. Spencer and his associates James Marcus and Edward Ashford following the discovery of the progenitor virus. The progenitor virus is a lethal viral organism that we see throughout the Resident Evil franchise. Originating from the Kijuju region of West Africa, the virus is actually produced by a rare and exotic flower that grows near the Indapaya marshlands. The progenitor virus, or T-virus, reminded me a lot of the global outbreak of COVID-19. Of course, COVID-19 wasn't from Africa, nor was it from flowers. But the coronavirus disease 2019 is a contagious disease caused by the severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2, or SARS-CoV-2. The first known case was identified in Wuhan, China in December 2019, and according to the World Health Organization, it was suggested that the origins of SARS-CoV-2 was most likely passed to humans from a bat. It's frickin' bats!
It's freaking bats.
Like any other virus, the T-virus makes contact with the cell membrane and inserts its genetic coding into the cell. The cell then absorbs the viral genome, which somehow hijacks the cell and makes it produce similar virions to its original. So now with all of these produced virions, it is released from the host cell and goes on to infect other neighboring cells. And it starts the process all over again. So that's no fun. And of course, it is the same with the COVID-19 virus, in which the virus makes contact with our cells and it multiplies and infects our entire body. And the biggest difference between the T-virus and the COVID-19 virus is that the T-virus essentially turns you into a zombie, and COVID-19 thankfully doesn't do that. So some of the symptoms of COVID-19 range from, a fever, cough, cold, sore throat, or even loss of taste and smell, which is a very interesting one. Meanwhile, the T-virus just turns you into a zombie almost immediately, and COVID takes 1 to 14 days to show up after exposure to the virus. The T-virus pandemic in Resident Evil is a global-scale outbreak that took place in Raccoon City. By 2005, almost the entire human population had either been infected or killed, and the biosphere was almost completely destroyed. So how about the non-affected humans? Well, they basically stayed indoors and died of starvation, or they were out there fighting for their lives, fighting for shelter and whatnot. The US government also hired a few secret agents such as Leon S. Kennedy, Claire Redfield, Chris Redfield, and Ada Wong to help the people survive the virus outbreak. The total global deaths from COVID-19 sits at 6.31 million and confirmed cases of 535 million in just 2 years. COVID-19 majorly impacted our day-to-day lives, our daily movements, businesses, and tradings worldwide. Most countries were forced to slow down manufacturing of products as there were not enough sales or even logistics to get their products out. Every industry took a hit. Some industries that were affected due to COVID-19 include tourism, F&B, pharmaceuticals, solar power sector, and information and electronics. The world adapted to wearing face masks and using hand sanitizers to protect us against the virus, and many places had to implement social distancing to prevent the transmission of the virus. Given the world that we live in right now, honestly, it is not the craziest thing to ask if the Umbrella Corporation exists in real life, or if a corporation like the Umbrella Corporation exists in real life. I remember when COVID first happened, a lot of, speculations and conspiracy theories about how COVID was created to be used as a bioweapon, that was a lot of what people were saying. But here's what I think about this situation. If a corporation were to do this, I feel like their shareholders would sue them to kingdom come, because share value would mean nothing in a world full of chaos and peril and people walking around like zombies. Like, what's the point of it? Nobody benefits from this, so definitely gonna get sued. Financially doesn't make sense. Also, if we're talking about what the Umbrella Corporation does, most of it is highly illegal. So economically they would be starved because ethical companies would not be wanting to sell them any medical equipment or equipment that they need to create whatever it is they are creating. Also, countries would force embargoes against them, preventing unethical companies to help them or aid them in any way. That is assuming the military doesn't shut them down by force already. That being said, there actually exists an Umbrella Corporation in Vietnam. Now, don't worry, it is not a laboratory that produces T-viruses, but it's actually a skincare center. You would think it's a joke, but I promise you it is legit. And here is a picture captured by someone who actually tracked down the Umbrella Corporation in Vietnam and took a picture of it. So thank you for doing that, because really just shows how people will just do anything to make their business go viral, huh? Let me know what you would do in a zombie apocalypse. Or if you have any tips for non-zombie gamers like me, drop them down in the comments down below and let me know what other game logic you want us to do next. As always, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Don't Look, and I'll see you guys in the next video.